everybody, this is Maniac4Toys, and I'm here today to review two NERF clothing products, the Tactical Gear Pack and the Bandolier Kit. I'll get into the product details towards the end of the video because it's a little difficult as to how to explain how to find these, but I am happy to have them and talk about both of them in this review. We're going to start things off today with the Tactical Gear Pack, and then we'll look at the Bandolier Kit, which may be able to wear on top of it, which is why I'm doing both of them in the same review. Included in the Tactical Gear Pack, we have a tactical vest, which I'm not sure at the moment what size this is, but we'll take a look throughout the video. But it does mention that it is licensed by Hasbro and made by Jazzwares LLC. And we have a dump pouch, which it doesn't have a specific volume to it, but we'll test that throughout the video. The tactical vest is mostly a Velcro substance, so you don't have to worry about any zippers or clips or anything that might be puncturing. But it is simply, you just open it up, wear it around one side, and come on, should make it the other side. Well, this is awkward. Let me see here. Yeah, it's probably not going to fit me, actually. There's a couple little twisty ties in here that might make it a little difficult to wear at first. And there's also the fact that I'm an adult male. That might not be a good. Either that or it's Velcro. Well, it does have some flexibility, but considering me, an adult male, it's usually an adult large or somewhere between medium and large as a t-shirt size, this is not going to work for me. I'm not really going to be a good test subject for this product. I'm ready. Yeah, it's as ridiculous as it looks, and it's a little bit tight. But obviously this is made for kids, as NERF is usually a kid's toy, so I kind of expected that to not work. Moving on with it, we do have a couple pouches that are on either side of the vest, where you can actually store some blasters or NERF gear. As far as the blasters themselves, they're not much bigger than my adult hand, so I would say nothing more than a jolt could really fit in here. So it is nice as a quick draw kind of thing, but nothing too crazy. And for darts, it seems like enough room that you could fit maybe 10 or so darts just by how the patches work. Oh my gosh, yeah, that just ripped off. Well, actually no, it's not ripped, it's actually Velcro. So I didn't rip it. Well, now it's just a glorified vest, like over the shoulder kind of thing. I took off both of the Velcros that are on there. It's not destroying the product itself, but it is now something I could wear on top of anything I have. It's like those large bib things that they give you at the dentist office right before they do an x-ray. Now, that's how it feels for me. There are two pouches on the front of the vest where you can add some darts or maybe some small blasters. Considering the size of the pouches, I wouldn't say anything more than a triad or a jolt could fit in there because they're relatively small enough to fit in there, but they won't be in the way of any movement. Anything larger than that, even like a quadrant or something, might just peek out of the pouch and might be cumbersome when you're trying to hold another blaster. But here's how it looks when you fit some ammo clips in here, where I have the 6-round clips, and 2 of them do fit in there comfortably, but it does not close the Velcro on top. Any one of them would just be fine, and maybe, turn sideways or something. But you can also take a lot of the darts and just put them in there loosely if you need a blaster that doesn't really take magazines and just need to reach in and grab a whole bunch at once. With this kind of setup, it's about 10 darts in here, as I'm showing you, and depending on your body size, you may be able to fit more or less than this, or even with the clips, fitting one on each side. It really depends on the user. One thing I found interesting about a feature for this vest is that there is a life meter counter on here. On the box they illustrate that you can take each of these small points and flap them over when you take a hit. And then you would have 3 hits to go back to 0 and, restart on your game. That's actually a nice idea, especially for certain game types where you might need to keep track of that sort of thing, and it might be hard to identify a hit, so that's easier to see on somebody's vest. On the back is really not much going on, and that's okay because it's really not going to be able to reach back there for any kind of ammo. It's just a mesh material, so it makes it nice and easy to move around. Okay, this is really itching me, and I think it's because there is a twisty tie that just didn't take off here. Keep in mind while opening this product, there are a lot of twisty ties all throughout the thing, so just be careful on where you're opening it and make sure you don't rip anything. So far the material from both products have been very good on the same pack, but I just want to leave that out there because I found a couple small ones when trying to open up the dart pouch a little bit more. In fact, there's actually another one on the bottom I missed. Wow, go figure. So the next item in the tactical gear pack is the dart pouch. It has a nice NERF logo on it to match along with the vest. Also has some of the same patterning that you see on some of the vests. This is really designed to just hold all kinds of darts loosely inside of here, kind of like it was on the vest. It's not really a place where you would need to put an ammo clip that's already loaded. This would actually work better if you were refueling and needed to get rid of this somehow, but not litter it across the playing field. So you could probably just drop it right in there, or on the ground next to it. Cool. You can also attach this onto a belt loop if you have the right kind of fitting belt loop on your pants, and this, you know, works very well. You following me, camera guy? Why did I put that in there? I've only added about 10 darts inside of here, and you can see this thing is pretty deep. So maybe about 30 to 50 darts could fit in here pretty well as a standard elite darts, and there would still be enough for you to grab them and go when you need to refill your blaster. Assuming that your blaster doesn't already take magazines, or if you're okay with adding it back into the magazine. And even though they call this a dart pouch, I think this could work just as well with any other kind of ammo that you have, whether it's Mega, Elite, Rival. I think it'll still fit very well and be a good way to refuel. This is with about 36 Rival rounds inside of there, and it's still a pretty good bunch. Even for regular Rival blasters, this would definitely be useful to fill a whole bunch and still keep firing. There's also another feature on the dart pouch where you have the drawstring little seal on the top. This is good if you're running a lot and don't want to have all of your ammunition falling out. And it does depend on how much you fill this up, of how much you can crunch it. So, you know, it won't have everything falling out. For me testing out, well, it seems to work very well, especially since I already took the Velcro off the sides of it, and it allows for pretty good maneuverability. I will say, though, as an adult male that's wearing this, it does catch up a little bit along my neck on the back. But I'm sure some modification here and there, or just a better Velcro strip, might make this a more suitable thing for an adult user. Getting back to holding an extra blaster, this is what I mean by anything larger than a Jolt or a Triad. This quad rod is easily sticking out of here. It could easily fall out when you're running in gameplay. And on the box, they encourage using a Jolt in there. So, might as well go with that. So overall, the tactical gear pack seems good from a kid's perspective. It seems like something that would fit very well for a younger child to wear this and maneuver with it, and also keep some of their ammo on them, or even have an extra place to dump out things when they need to reload. And here's an example of how it would work for just trying to take a whole bunch of darts and just add them into a blaster, which is okay for some types because not all of them take magazines or take them very specifically, like this nail biter. I will say for an adult user, there's really not much use out of this, and for me, I mainly picked it up for the dart pouch because it seems deep enough that I could use it for some play. But I didn't really expect that the vest was going to fit me that well, so I just wanted to see how they would go on camera. Make a fool of myself, why not? Now, as far as picking this item up, it is $25 and released in 2018. I've usually found them at Walmart, but it may be available at some Targets and other popular locations for toys, especially from NERF. I will say, though, they have had a couple modifications of this kind of vest and pouch over the past couple of years. I haven't tried any of those, but as a recent addition, this is actually kind of cool. And I do like the life counter system on here, where there are some game types where you would have to call your hits, or somebody else might have to call it for you. This is an easy way to identify that. Of course, you can probably use this as a way of ranking yourself, depending on how you're playing your game. So maybe somebody with a 3 might be of a high rank, someone with a 1 might be a low ranking, player, or, depending on the game mode you have. I think this welcomes some opportunities if you have the right people playing with you. So from there, I'd like to move on to the NERF Bandolier kit. This was released over 10 years ago and is still found in some places and different versions nowadays. That's why I said it was a little complicated to actually get to that part in the beginning of the video. And it ranges in price from $10 to $20 depending on which versions you get. This is actually the N-Strike version before the Elite line came out, but I refilled it with Elite darts, which are virtually the same except that they are more blue than orange. This is actually a pretty good size for adult and kid use, and has a way of adjusting itself along this end. The NERF Bandolier kit comes with 24 darts and 2 6-round clips, so you can actually already set up some ammo, unlike the Tactical Gear kit, which has no darts available and no blasters included with it. So I think that's actually pretty useful, and it's a little more versatile because many people, different ages, can use it, if you are comfortable with that kind of shoulder mounting. Again, this is the kind of thing that might work pretty well if you are either way of refilling your darts, whether picking one off at a time or using an ammo clip, because these actually hold 4 of them. They include 2, but they have other spots where you can add more of them. And technically, there's really not much on the back. That's fine again. There's nothing that you could really reach back there in order to use it, so that makes it very comfortable as well. And even if you don't want to use it as a way of refilling, it is kind of cool as a costume piece for when you're in a NERF battle. I mean, am I any closer to Rambo than I am right now? With a bandolier and the vest, which can hold more ammo, you can have them, something that can really launch a whole bunch at once. I know it's not the same ammo type, but you get the idea. Also, in my personal opinion, as far as the dart pouch goes, just by me wearing it with the vest, I would probably just take the pouch by itself and put it onto a belt loop. I think it'd be more comfortable that way, and a little bit easier to maneuver with it, because with the vest, it's swinging around a lot. And I think it'll work a little bit better if I'm not wearing the vest, so I will have to put it onto a belt loop. But thank you for watching this video, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time with more toy reviews on Maniac4Toys. And subscribe for more stuff from Maniac4Bricks.